Andy, it looked like you guys really turned it up defensively in the second half. Did you see it that way as well?
Yeah, in the first half, they were just toying with us with that high ball screen. Number 15, Simons, is a heck of a player, and he was just in complete control of the game early. Second half, I think we opened the half on a 10-0 run to take the momentum right away. Got it up by 6 or 7, and they responded. We went back to that 2-3 zone just to try to keep them in front of us. Dribble penetration was killing us all night. That was the reason for the move, and I thought we were pretty good at it. We haven't been as good in that 1-3-1. That's why you guys haven't seen it very much, because I just don't trust some of the new guys in the rotations. The rotations are a little longer. So we just went basic 2-3, try to keep the ball in front of us, and we're able to hold them to a much lower percentage. First half, they were over 50. Second half, they were under 35. That's the difference in the game.
Looked like, Andy, that Terrence was doing a fair job on Simons at the beginning of the second half as well.
Yeah, and in fairness, it wasn't necessarily the guy guarding him. They were just putting him in a hot ball screen, and we were late. KG's our best interior defender. He's our best rebounder. That's been proven through this part of the season. And he was on the bench early with 2 fouls. While the game was still in check, I tried not to get him his third in the first half, and as a result, our ball screen defense was not as good as it needed to be. And so that's why we went to that zone the second half.
Bruce, did you think y'all were going to see as much zone as y'all did?
Oh yeah, that's what they do. They're going to do that. Ron Hunter is going to do that. He's been doing that for years. So we knew it was going to be that matchup, and it was very similar to what Georgia Tech runs. It's kind of an amoeba matchup, and the biggest point is to try to disrupt you. So we've been talking for 3 days. Don't settle, don't settle, don't settle. And sometimes that's easier said than done. I thought we settled a little bit early, made some poor decisions, put ourselves in a hole.
Did you think y'all cracked it kind of the more y'all got into the game?
Yeah, we shot 46% in the second half as opposed to 42 in the first. 13 assists off 13 turnovers. 13 turnovers is not a terrible number. I thought the timeliness of our shot making was key because we didn't make a lot from 3. And I thought the timeliness of some of our turnovers kept the game a little closer than it should have been. We had a couple opportunities to really get in front and just made some foolish decisions with the ball.
So Bruce got a lot of minutes at the 5 tonight. What did you think about?
I just like his energy offensively. He goes for 8 and 6. Defensively, he's still learning. And a lot of that was with KG. KG's been playing around 27 minutes a game. Again, foul trouble early. It limits his opportunities. But Bruce is a guy with a big old body that can score it inside. One day when the lights are come on, Coach Gene Bartow, my late great coach at UAB, used to say when the popcorn was popping. One day when the popcorn is popping, he'll make one of these threes. I hope, because he makes them in practice. And I thought he had a clean look today. He just didn't go.
Yeah, in the second half, especially late, I think in the second half, he was on the floor while Dom was on the bench. What is Dom not doing right now?
Dom defensively gives us a presence. Now he wasn't doing as good as we would have hoped with Simons at the end. Simons is coming right through his face and kind of finishing some plays over the top of him, and that's typically Dom is very good at walling up the basket. Bruce is just further along offensively with his skill set.
Andy, talk about winning one here in the last couple of minutes. 8, and it got down to 3.
Yeah, it's valuable. These all 3 of these games have been valuable. Now I'm not sitting here telling you. Are these teams going to play in the Final Four? I don't know that, but I know all 3 of these teams are going to do very well throughout the course of the season. I've always said this: you are what your numbers say you are, and these are going to help our numbers because these teams are going to have success. So it was set up as such that everybody early says, "Hey man, I want to play a gimme and let's get a lot of guys." We don't do that. We try to challenge ourselves because I knew, Utah and Vegas or Rice in Las Vegas are going to be a whole new ball game. So we got to be ready for that.
So
How difficult was it for your team to attack their 1-3-1?
Yeah, it was difficult because I just felt like we were passive. Sometimes it was 1-3-1. Sometimes it was when they had the 2 guards up, it was kind of a matchup, and then they would trap out of it, and they had 2 or 3 different traps. He makes, I usually change defenses. I haven't been doing it as much this year because I'm just not as comfortable with a lot of the new guys. But Ron has always done that. He's been very effective at Georgia State doing that. So it wasn't a surprise, but you can talk about it, try to simulate it. I thought they had us playing passive early. We got more comfortable in the second half.